What's up, everyone? I am the KnK, and this is my Quickie review for It Chapter 2. This video is brought to you by Loot Crate. Do you like cool mystery boxes that are full of cool stuff? Go to lootcrate.com/KnK and put KnK in the coupon code to receive 10% off your order. It helps you help me help you help me. Remember, lootcrate.com/KnK, coupon code KnK. Now to our video. It Chapter 2 essentially starts off 27 years after the last movie. Pennywise has returned, Mike starts calling his fellow Loser Club members to come back to Derry, and all hell breaks loose. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say that as of this moment, it is my favorite movie of 2019. It was engaging, it was entertaining, it was interesting, intriguing, it had me on the edge of my seat in suspense and tension. There was so much going on here. I'm just like, ooh, I can't wait to see what happens next. Is that going to happen next? Ooh, what's going to happen next? They do some integration with having some flashback scenes still going on. If you're not familiar with the book, the whole book was pretty much them adults flashing back to their time as kids. And they decided for the first movie just have it fully set on the kids, which I think was a great idea because those kids were going to grow up as this movie came out, which to some is apparent because like Ben got really tall. They had to CGI him to look the way he did in the first movie. I personally didn't notice it. I was too engrossed in the movie to actually notice this, but apparently other people did and found it distracting. I was so immersed in this movie, I never found there to be a single dull moment. There was not a single scene wasted in my mind. I didn't even feel like it was a 3-hour movie. I thought it was great with its suspense, with its tension. Pennywise was interesting. They did some stuff about his history. The actors in this new version are so good. Like the kids that they had in the first movie were perfect casting, and now the adult versions are spot on. Bill Hader is just incredible as Richie. James McAvoy does an amazing job as Bill, especially when Bill's stutter starts to return. McAvoy was just so superb in being able to pull off the stuttering of Bill. It felt like a natural progression. It felt like the same actor grown up. Jessica Chastain was great. The guy from the Old Spice commercials that played Mike was great. And I have to hand it to Eddie's actor because they picked a guy who looked like he had the exact same bone structure of Eddie as a kid to play the Eddie of an adult. The casting in this film was just absolutely perfect. It was humorous when it needed to be, suspenseful when it needed to be. There's not that much gore, which is great because then it didn't rely on gore effects and jump scares. This time they didn't really rely on shaky camera, which was nice. The music remained outstanding and really built up the tension. I loved all the creatures we got to see Pennywise turn into, especially during the Chinese buffet scene. As such, I have no idea what people are talking about when they are saying that this movie was just bad. I don't think it was bad in the slightest. As I said, it's my favorite movie of 2019 right now, so clearly I loved it. I just guess that maybe people weren't expecting to have oodles of character development in a horror movie, or rather, this is a sci-fi horror movie. The first movie was kind of more horror, this one's more science fiction with horror elements, which also helps make it different because it distinguishes itself so that you have two great movies. It's like Alien and Aliens. You have strictly a horror movie, and then a horror sci-fi combo, and they both work great. They both complement each other very well. I am giving It Chapter 2 a 10 out of 10. If you didn't like the first one, you're not going to really enjoy this one. If you love the first one, you're most likely going to enjoy this one just as much, and I can't wait to see if Warner Brothers decides to merge these together as one long movie. Now, I do want to make one point. I did not watch the Tim Curry version of this story until yesterday after I saw Chapter 2, and I thought the Tim Curry movie was pretty subpar. Not like terrible where, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever, but I didn't think it was all that great. I thought it was rather bland and uninteresting, and a lot of my favorite aspects that are in It Chapter 2 are not present in this movie, like the derelict house. The funhouse scene that you see in the trailers of It Chapter 2, which is not a spoiler because it's in the trailers, but that was hands down one of my favorite scenes of Chapter 2. Again, this whole movie just had me at the edge of my seat in anticipation for what was going to happen next. Which means I give It Chapter 2 a solidly incredible 10 out of 10. Have you seen It Chapter 2? If so, let me know in the comments. Feel free to like this video, click the bell notification, click subscribe if you haven't done so already. You can support me on Patreon, Kaiju no Kami. Hit me up on Twitter at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook Kaiju no Kami. And until next time, bye.